Standard 12th Business Mathematics Exercise 9.1. 13th question. Compute the average seasonal movement for the following data. So here the keyword is seasonal movement or seasonal index or seasonal indexes. All these three will be there. So everything is the same question. Okay. So here they've asked you to find the seasonal movement. Okay. Your question will be like this. Years will be given and quarterly portions, that is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Up to here you will have it in your question. Okay. So next is what you'll have to do is for each quarterly total you will have to find it. So first quarter total you will have to find, second quarter, third quarter and fourth quarter total you will have to find it. Okay. So that is your first step. So adding all these 5 numbers will get your total as 18.6. Next is second quarter total. So adding all these numbers in your second quarter will get your answer 20.8. You can use your calci and check these answers. Okay. So next one is third portion, that is the quarterly portion of third one. The total of that you'll have to find it. So answer will be 18.8. Now adding the fourth quarter total will get your answer as 20.8. So the next one is quarterly average. Your second step is quarterly average. You'll have to find it. Average is nothing but the total divided by, see how many numbers are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 18.6 divided by 5. So I get your answer as 3.72. Same way this 20.8 divided by 5, you get your answer 4.16. Next is 18.8 divided by 5, you will get the answer 3.76. Next is 20.8 divided by 5, you will get your answer 4.16. You can do with your calci and then check it. Okay. The next step is, first is quarterly total, next is quarterly average. Next step is grand average, you will have to find it. So grand average is equal to, add all these quarterly average numbers divided by 4, that is number of average terms, that is 4 quarters are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so adding you will get 3.72 plus 4.16 plus 3.76 plus 4.16, all these 4 values divided by 4. That is 4 quarters, because of that it is 4. Okay. So adding you will get your answer 15.8 divided by 4. Your final answer will be 3.95. So this is your grand average. Okay. Now we will have to find for each quarter, 4 quarters are there. For each quarter you will have to find your seasonal index. Okay. So your seasonal index formula is, so seasonal index SI I'll just write, that is your seasonal index, otherwise seasonal movement. Okay. Seasonal index for first quarter. First quarter is equal to average of first quarter divided by grand average into 100. So that is average of first quarter, we have got it here, first quarter quarterly average, and that for your first quarter it is 3.72. So 3.72 divided by grand average, we have got it here, grand average is 3.95. So 3.95 into 100. So dividing 3.72 divided by 3.95, you will get your answer as 0.94177 into 100. The last answer will be 94.1772. So now you will have to find for your second quarter. Okay, that is SI, seasonal index for second quarter, that is equal to same formula. Okay, in the place of first quarter just write second quarter. So average of second quarter divided by same grand average into 100. So So which is equal to quarterly average of second quarter. Okay, so straight to a second quarter, the answer is 4.16. So 4.16 divided by a grand average is 3.95 into 100. Only your numerator will be changing, denominator and this 100 is same. Okay, so which is equal to dividing 4.16 divided by 3.95, you will get your answer as 1.053165 into 100. So multiplying by 100, your final answer will be 105.3165. Now going to your third quarter, that is seasonal index for third quarter is equal to, in the place of second you will have to write third. Okay, so that is average of third quarter divided by grand average into 100. So which is equal to average of third quarter. So straight to third quarter, see the quarterly average, you'll get 3.76. So 3.76 divided by same 3.95 into 100. So which is equal to 3.76 divided by 3.95. You'll get your answer as 0.951899 into 100. Your final answer will be 95.1899. So this is your third quarter answer. Okay. The next one is seasonal index for fourth quarter So which is equal to same in the place of third quarter, you will have to write fourth quarter. Okay, that is average of fourth quarter divided by grand average into 100. Average of fourth quarter is, in your fourth quarter, see your quarterly average. So the answer is 4.16. So 4.16 divided by same grand average, so it is 3.95 into 100. So which is equal to 1.053165 you will get into this 100. So which is equal to, you will get your answer as 105.3165. So all the four quarters seasonal index we have found it. So again I'll just repeat it. This will be a question. The first step is quarterly total. You will have to find it. Add all these numbers in your quarters. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter and fourth quarter. Next is quarterly average. Since you have got 5 numbers over there, so divide the quarterly total divided by 5, you will get these answers. Next you will have to find your grand average, because in your formula you will have your grand average. Okay, so for that you will find your grand average first itself. Grand average is nothing but your quarterly average, adding all the quarterly average divided by, since 4 quarters are there, divided by 4. Okay, so adding all these divided by 4, you get your answer 3.95. Now you will have to find separately for each quarter your seasonal index. So seasonal index, your formula is for first quarter, average of first quarter divided by grand total into 100. So your first quarter answer is here, divided by grand total is here, into 100. Each quarter you will have to do the same thing. So that will be the answer for your 13th question. 14th question, the following figure relates to the profits of commercial concern for 8 years. Find the trend of profits by the method of 3-yearly moving average. So here it is given, the years are given, that is 8 years is given, and the profit in 8 years it is given here, and they are asking you to find the trend of profits by the method of, so this is the keyword over there, 3-yearly moving average. Okay, that is the method. Okay, so for that method, this will be your question. Okay, years will be given and your profit will be given. 3-yearly moving total you will have to find. The next column will be 3-yearly moving average. Okay, so to find your 3-yearly moving total, you have to add first 3 numbers. Okay, it is given 3-yearly only, so you have to add first 3 numbers. That is these 3 numbers, and you will have to write straight to the middle number. Okay, so the addition of these 3 numbers, and in the middle number you will have to write it. So adding these 3 numbers, your answer will be 46,410. The next one is the first number you will have to leave it. Next three numbers you will have to add it. Okay, so from the second number to this number you will have to add it. And the middle of the number, straight to middle of the number, you will have to write your answer. Okay, so the answer will be adding 1, 2, 3. That is your second number, third and fourth number adding. The answer will be 52,010. Now the next three numbers, that is third number to fifth number. Okay, otherwise where you have started your arrow mark, from there you will have to start it. Okay, so here to the next number, and in the middle number you will have to write the total of those three numbers. That is from 3 to 5 you will have to add it, and to the fourth number, straight to fourth number, you will have to write your total. Okay, so your total will be 63,040. Same way to the next number, the arrow mark is here. So starting from here to the next three numbers, and to the middle number, your total you will have to write it. That is your fourth to sixth number you will have to add it. Then you will have to write your total straight to your fifth number. Okay, so your total will be 79,470. So the next number is from your arrow mark straight to your arrow mark. Start from here. The next three numbers to the middle number you will have to write your total. Okay, so adding these three numbers will get your total as 94,050. So just see where your arrow mark is there. So from that number to the last number and to the middle number you will have to write your total. So total will be 1,02,410. 3 yearly moving total you have got it. So we will have to find 3 yearly moving average. So since we have taken 3 years together, so you will have to divide each total by 3, you will get your average. Okay, so that is 46,410 divided by 3, you will get your answer 15,470. You can use your calci and divide it and check your answers. Okay, the next one, your second number divided by 3, that is 52,010 divided by 3, you will get it as 17,336.67. 63,040 divided by 3 will get your answer as 21,013.33. Next, 79,470 divided by 3 will get it as 26,490. The next number, 94,050 divided by 3 will get it as 31,340. The next number, the last number, that is 1,02,410 divided by 3 will get your answer as 34,150. So this is your 3 early moving average. They have asked you to find your 3 early moving average method only. So this is the answer for your 14th question. I'll just repeat it. What you'll have to do is, just if it is asked 3 early moving means you'll have to add 3 numbers. Okay, so straight to your middle number you'll have to write this total everywhere till you get your last number. Once you finish up this last number, don't go again. So you can stop it over there. Since it is again 3 early moving average only, so divide each number by 3. If it is 4 early moving average, 4 numbers you will have to take it. Okay, and here it will become divided by 4. So no need to write this divided by 3 in your exam point of view, and you no need to draw these lines and all. Okay, this is for you all to understand. I'm just drawing these lines and all. So this is the answer for your 14th question. 15th question, find the trend of production by the method of a 5-yearly period of moving average for the following data. So the before sum is for 3 yearly moving average, we'll have to find it. And now the keyword here it is given 5 yearly moving average, and you'll have to find your trend. Okay, so 5 yearly moving average means you'll have to add 5 numbers, then divided by 5 you will get your 5 yearly moving average. Numbers are given and the production is given. So 5 yearly moving total we'll have to find it. So 5 numbers together you'll have to add it, and middle to the number you'll have to write, straight to the number you'll have to write it. Okay, so 5 years I'll just draw with a red pen. So this 5 years you'll have to add together, and straight to the middle will be a third term. Okay, so third number straight to that you will have to write your total now. So adding these 5 numbers, the answer will be 619. So the next 5 number, that is the first number, you will have to leave it. So you will have to start from your second number to the next 5 number, and the middle number straight to the middle number, that is the middle of these 5 numbers will be this. Otherwise next to the arrow mark, okay, where you started to the next number, straight to that you will have to write it. So adding all these 5 numbers, that is from 123 to this 124, if you add it, you will get your answer 617. So the next is from 117, 123 you will have to leave it. From 117 to the next number, that is your 130. Now straight to your 125, you will have to write your total. So adding from 117 to 130, you will get your answer as 624. So the next is 117 is over. Now you will have to start 128. Be careful when you are taking, okay. So 128 to the next number, and to the middle number you will have to write your total, okay. So starting from your 128 to 114, the total will be 621. You can use your calci and add it and check it, okay. So the next number will be starting from your 125. Here I have completed. So you'll have to start from your 125. So starting from your 125 to your next number 122. Okay. So middle to your number, the middle number will be 130. So you'll have to add and write straight to 130. Okay. So adding from your 125 to 122, you will get your answer as 615. So straight to 130, you will have to write your 650. The next is from 124 to the next number, that is 129. Okay, so 124 to 129, the middle is 114. So straight to that you will have to add all these 5 numbers, that is from 124 to 129. Adding, you will get your answer as 619. So the next is from 130, you will have to start it. So starting from your 130, it has to go up to 118. Check whether always it should be 5 numbers, children. All the 5 numbers should be covered, okay. So otherwise straight to the arrow mark where you are starting, from there you can finish it off, okay. So your 130 to 118, adding all these 5 numbers straight to 122, you will have to write your total. So the total is 613. So the final last number is there. So starting from your 114 and coming down to your 123, the next 5 numbers, that is the last 5 numbers, and writing the total straight to your 129, that is the middle number. So your total will be 606. So you'll have to stop it here because the next number is not there. So we have just completed till the last number. So you'll have to stop it here, okay. So now going to your next column, that is 5 yearly moving average. Average means you'll have to divide by how many numbers you've taken it. So totally they have given 5 years. 5 years total only they are asking. So we have taken 5 numbers. The production and 5 numbers you have taken and added it. So you'll have to divide each term by 5. That is each total you'll have to divide it by 5. Okay. So I'm just writing it here. In your exam point of view, don't write this 5 and all. So I just understood that you are going to divide by 5. Okay. So this is for you all to understand. I am just writing this 5 here. Now dividing each term by 5, you will get your answers. Your first answer will be 123.8. You can use your calcium and check it. Okay. And the next one is 123.4. And your next is 124.8. Your next one is 124.2. And your next value will be 123. Each number you will have to divide it by 5. Okay. So the next answer is 123.8. Your next one is 122.6. Your last is 121.2. So this is your 5 yearly moving average. So if it is 5 years means you will have to add all the 5 production, that is the production what is given. You will have to add all the 5 numbers. To middle to the number you will have to write your total first. Then that total divided by 5 you will get your final average. Okay, so this is the answer for your 15th question. 16th question. The following table gives the number of small scale units registered with the Directorate of Industries between 1985 and 1991. Show that the growth on a trend line by the freehand method. So they have asked you to show that the growth on a trend line, you will have to draw a trend line by a freehand method. Okay, so the years are given and the number of units are given. First we will just plot these values in the graph. Okay, so along the x-axis I have taken the years and along the y-axis the number of units I have just taken it. So in 1985 10 units it is given. Okay, so in 1985 straight to that 10 units. So straight to 10 and 1985 we'll just plot a mark. Okay, the next one is 1986 and 22. So 1986, 22 straight to here somewhere you will have it. So here. So next value is 1987, 36. So straight to 1987, 36 here somewhere straight to here you will have 36. So here. The next one is 1988, 62. So 1988 is here. So 62 will be there on top here. 60 is here. So straight to here and straight to this. So somewhere you will have your 62 here. So the next value is 1989, 55. So 1989 is here and your 55 will be here somewhere. 50 is here. So straight to that 55 you will have it here. So the next value is 1990 to 40. So 1990 is here and your 40 is straight to this here. So 1990 and 40 you will have somewhere here. So next one is 1991, 34. So 1991 is here and your 34 you will have somewhere here. So I'll just mark it here, 34. The last value is 1992 and 50. So 1992 is here, 50 again you will have to go on top. So here you will have your 50. So freehand method only they have asked. Okay, find the trend line by the freehand method. So we'll just try to join these lines. So with the free hand only they have asked. So you can just join it with your hand itself. Okay, straight like this. Trend line you will have to draw. Okay, so you will have to draw a line which touches all these three lines. Okay, so such that you will have to draw a line now. So if you keep like this, only these two lines will be joining. Okay, so again if you keep like this, only these two lines, the maximum number of lines can be covered is, if you keep like this, all these three lines will be covered. Okay, so such that you keep your line according to that. All these three lines are touched with the trend line. Okay, so you can see this line. So this line is touching all these three lines. Okay, so the maximum number of lines it has to be touched or it has to be covered. Okay, so that will be your trend line. So this is your trend line. So the trend line is the line which covers the maximum number of curves. Okay, otherwise curves or lines you can take it. So this is the answer for your 16th question.